welcome to my channel, Brandy Plans. Today we're doing my main planner. This is my season by season Cultivate What Matters planner. I am using these two sets of freebies from Pinnacle Sticker Co. They were past freebies from different sales, and one is like 90s like gaming kind of theme, and the other one is like kind of a black multicolored video game theme, but they were perfect. I've actually been saving them specifically for this week because this is my youngest son's 10th birthday. So I'm pre-planning his birthday. He of course loves video games, as I think a lot of boys do. And so I wanted to save these. I thought they were perfect as soon as I got them as freebies. I've been kind of like saving like little extras and stuff to go with it to do this plan with me. I purchased some like gaming rainbow overlays from Plannahannah as well. And then I used some older SPC foil overlays in rainbow to also like bring in some foil elements. The only thing I regret is because these boxes are a titch smaller, I didn't quite realize, but I could fit a header above them and below them and make them the exact same size. And I end up doing that for the majority of them, but one of them, it didn't quite fit proper. I think it's the one on Tuesday there. But yeah, I think it looks really cool. It's definitely very bright and very bold and very like, yeah, I just think it looks awesome. So, and of course it's always harder. Like, I don't know if you guys are able to see as well as like I can see it. Yeah, so I put that foil overlay on the bottom so you can read it, but I wish I would have put it up a bit higher because I wanted to add I should have put my headers on the top and bottom, and you'll kind of see what I mean after, like as things get going here. But and then some of the boxes I even double foil overlay because I got a little excited and kind of did things. But also I didn't want you to not be able to see the foil and the box for some of them, so sometimes I put like the foil like the one on the sidebar, I put the foil a little bit higher so you can see the foil and the actual box, which I don't know if I'm like making myself very clear there. Like, it's not symmetrical, basically, long story short. It's never symmetrical in my planner. It's always a little bit off. It never 100% makes sense. I don't even know if it makes sense a lot of the time. But I really just like trialing stuff. And I sometimes feel like you get these freebies and you don't really know what to do with them sometimes. And they all just really matched. And I thought, what a fun, colorful spread it would make. And I wanted it to be very rainbow and very bright and very much like my son's. Yeah, so you kind of see what I mean by like the foil. Like, I wanted to put that purple on the top and the bottom of both the boxes, but I couldn't because it would went over the foil overlays. Does that make sense? Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling about stuff that doesn't really matter. So anyway, you guys get what I'm saying. So sometimes I think it's really fun to use stuff that's like out of your comfort zone, and it is not always going to turn out exactly the way you hoped it did. It just never does, because you're trialing something and you're giving it a go and you don't know if it's going to turn out. You have no idea. And so sometimes that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the whole point. The whole point is to give it a go, use your stickers, enjoy it, have fun in the process. Like, know that it's not going to go like 100% to like match. It's fun just to do. And this turns out so bright. And then she has blackout boxes, which are some of my favorite to put in my journal, by the way. I really love blackout boxes. And I have like a silver jelly roll. So I have a white jelly roll, but I actually used it up just the other day. But I have a silver one that writes really good on these black overlay boxes. So I actually fill out a lot of the, I use that silver jelly roll because it also turns out really good on the colored boxes and the plain boxes. But it turns out really good on the black as well. So I use a silver jelly roll as my pen on this because I know that that's a big problem for a lot of people. They don't know what to use on those black boxes, but Jelly Roll has these really awesome like white pens, but you can also use a lot of the metallics on those blacks. And if you use a lot of the paint markers, which I know sounds a little bit scary, but I do have a couple of them. But if you use paint markers, they also will go on the black, and you'll have a color on the black. So just as an aside, so don't be afraid to use like your blackout boxes. They're really fun. They're like, they add a lot of depth, I find, in my planner. So yeah, I used them to, but that's the pen I use to make sure it shows up. But I can also use it on all the other boxes as well. So it doesn't look like I'm using two different pens, or I don't have to alternate pens. So yeah, that's what I used in the blackout boxes, because I know that's a question from a lot of people. They're not quite sure what to use. But yeah, so I used a lot of blackout boxes. And then I also used like a lot of the different colors from both of the kits, just to make sure that they like went together a bit. Do they match perfectly? Absolutely not. But do I think that it's very rainbow and colorful and beautiful? Yes. And so it makes me happy, and that's enough, right? And I also think it really represents my son for his birthday, which is the week that I, of course, am pre-planning. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a lovely week. It is literally, as I'm doing this voiceover, it is St. Patrick's Day today. We are not doing anything super special for St. Patrick's Day. It's a Sunday around here, and we are just chilling at home, and the weather has turned amazing. It is so beautiful here right now. And so all the snow is finally melting. We actually got all the cushions out for the patio furniture, because as soon as the snow starts to melt around here, everybody's like, let's get outside, because we've all been like winter bound forever. And so we've like had enough, and we want to get inside or outside in the nice sunshine and stuff. So the kids went and got all the patio cushions out, and we like set up the patio cushions. And then that way my husband, who of course is still recovering from knee surgery, was able to actually get outside. So he's been able to sit on the deck, which is really nice, because I imagine he's feeling quite cooped up, because I have to drive him everywhere. He's like still using his cane to like get around and stuff. So sometimes it makes it really hard for him. So at least he's able to get some sunshine, and he's feeling warm, and yeah, it's really nice. I love using this deco. I think the deco is also super cute in this plan with me. It's like very like 90s, which again, I know that my son has no idea about that kind of stuff, but I do. I know all about it. So yeah, except for I will say this. I was like a teenager in the 90s, like a university student. So I am like Gen X. So I wasn't like a little kid in the 90s. I was a little kid in the 80s, which I think is still like some of this stuff is relevant, but like it's definitely like as I was older. Like I didn't get a computer until high school at our house. So just as an aside, I'm a little bit older than I think the 90s, like, you know how a lot of shops are doing like 90s kids. I was definitely of the older generation in the 90s. I was more, I would say, an 80s kid. But I am definitely like I am late Gen X, I guess would be the best way to describe it. It's so funny when you ask people like what generation they are, because it's like kind of there's a big broad range, really, to be honest. So I'm just putting down like my regular stuff. So I'm putting down like my work schedule. My kids' curling is finally over this week that we're pre-planning for, although we have so much going on this week coming up. I've picked up some extra shifts. I also have, of course, like I said, my son's birthday. We have like all the regular kids' activities. We have a couple doctor's appointments that we have going on this week. And then I have just a lot of like organizing to do in regards to the house, and like when I'm doing nights, I have to make sure that I set time, because I'm also driving all the kids because my husband's not able to drive. So I have to make sure I am available in the evenings because I have to do all the kids' activities. I don't have any help, which is fine. We all knew that was coming, but like, so then I have to worry about making sure I get most of my like cleaning and that kind of stuff done during the day. And then my husband has some physio appointments that we have to make sure he goes to. So yeah, I actually have quite a bit going on this week, which is great. But of course, it's going to be a full week. Sorry, excuse me. And then my kids really want to go to, which I am not going to lie, I am also super, super excited about, is that we are going to hit up the Ghostbuster movie this coming weekend. It comes out, I think, Friday, and we're going to be able, I think we're going to go Sunday, but we're going to go for my son's birthday. He really wants to go see Ghostbusters, and I am with him. I, as much as he wants to go see it, I also want to go see it as much. I'm as excited. So yes, we are super excited. We are going to go see the Ghostbusters film as a family. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get my husband there or not, because I think the theater has a couple stairs, and I don't know if he can sit in a chair for that long without being able to put his knee up. So we're going to see if he wants to come. If he doesn't, that's okay. But if he does, we will take him along and we will get him into the theater. But yeah, I don't think that that's actually going to end up happening because again, he needs to elevate his leg every now and again. So yeah, but that's our big plan. And of course I have to bake a cake and get the wrapping of the gifts and all that jazz. So yeah, so that's super exciting. And then next week, my parents might be coming up, and of course it's Easter week, so I'm just kind of getting things ready. If they do come up, they're still kind of up in the air because it just depends. They got a couple things that they have to like get going on down at the farm, but that's super excited. I'm gonna really look forward to that. And if not, me and the kids might try to swing down there during Easter break, because my kids are off school for a week and I also have a bit of time off work, so we might swing down and go see my brother and my parents down then if they're unable to come up and see us. So we just gotta kind of figure that out. So yeah, lots going on, which is super fun. I love spring. I'm so happy that spring is here. I was very much over winter. Anyway, I just want to remind you guys that Pinnacle Sticker Co. is going to be in the Budget Be Damn sale coming up at the end of the month. She's going to have some amazing tiered freebies. She has lots of new releases happening in the shop, so definitely check it out. As always, thank you so much for staying and tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!